As to whether the chairperson acted unilaterally in verifying and tallying the presidential election results at the National Tallying Center, the petitioners claim that he did. This is what happened. It is the petitioner's case that the chairperson published an illegal Gazette Notice number 4956 of 2022, in which he designated himself as the presidential returning officer, a position unknown in law and the Constitution. Having done so, the petitioner states that the chairperson proceeded to conduct the verification and tallying process to the exclusion of other commissioners, each of whom he had assigned verifiable roles and related to the verification and tallying exercise. On his part, the chairperson of IEBC submitted that although he has the exclusive authority to verify and tally the presidential election results as received at the National Tallying Center, he did involve the other commissioners in the exercise before eventually declaring the final results. He submitted that he did this in the spirit of teamwork. The chairperson of IEBC states that indeed the 4 commissioners were involved in the preparation of the 9th August general elections from the time of their swearing into office all the way to the verification and tallying of results at the National Tallying Center until they withdrew from the exercise just when he was set to declare the final result. Having considered all the parties' submissions, we find that pursuant to Article 138(3)(c) of the Constitution, the power to verify and tally presidential election results as received at the National Tallying Center vests not in the chairperson of IEBC, but in the Commission itself. The latter carries out this exercise through its secretariat staff, technical personnel, and any other persons hired for that purpose under the oversight and supervision of the chairperson and the other members of the Commission. In line with this court's decision in Raila Amolo Odinga versus another versus IEBC and 2 others, as reported in 2017 Kenya Law Report, popularly known as Raila 2017, and the Court of Appeal decision in IEBC versus Maina Kiai, we also find that the chairperson cannot arrogate to himself the power to verify and tally the results of a presidential election to the exclusion of other members of the Commission. Indeed, Article 138(10) of the Constitution, although the power to declare the result of a presidential election after verification and tallying is vested in the chairperson, he does so only as a delegate of the Commission. Consequently, to the extent that Regulation 87(3) of the Elections General Regulation purports to vest the power of verifying and tallying presidential election results as received at the National Tallying Center solely on the chairperson to the exclusion of other members of the Commission, the same is contrary to and inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution. That said, we, however, take cognizance of the fact that the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th respondents are referred to as the 4 commissioners, actively participated in the verification and tallying exercise from the beginning up to the and until just before the declaration of the result by the chairperson. They took turns announcing the results as verified and tallied, and were present and active during the actual verification and tallying at Bomas. An example is when one of them, Justice Nyangaya, stood on the podium to announce to the public results and also announced an adjustment that had been occasioned by errors of tabulation.